video shows a solution to this puzzle. If you haven't had a go already, why not press pause and try it before you watch the video. There are two main ways to solve this. One is by looking for a pattern in a downwards direction, and the other is looking for a pattern in an across direction. Let's try the downwards direction first. You'll notice that we subtract 1 to get from 8 to 7, we subtract 1 to get from 7 to 6, we subtract 1 again to get from 6 to 5. Problem is we subtract 1 from 5, we do not get 3. So if we're going to look at the pattern in a downwards direction, we really need to insert a 4 here. So the new puzzle is going to look like this. Notice it's actually the same thing, we've just put an extra line into it. Let's look at what's happening on the right. To go from 56 to 42, we've gone down 14. We then, from 42 to 30, we've subtracted 12. We've then subtracted 10 to go from 30 to 20. If you look at what is happening on the right here, we've got 14, 12, 10. So we're going backwards by 2 each time. So the next thing we're going to subtract is going to be 8. And that will give us an answer of 12. Then the next thing we're going to subtract is 6, which will give us an answer of 6. So the solution to the puzzle is the 6. The problem with this method is that it would come apart if you had a question like this. We were asked to find out what 100 equals. Obviously, if we're going in an upwards direction here, we're going up by 1 each time. We'd have to keep going up by 1s and keep going up by 1s until we got to 100. We would then have to look at the right side. We've gone up by 6, then 8, then 10, then 12, then 14. We'd have to go up by 16, then 18, then 20, and we'd have to keep going until we found the answer to 100, which I'm sure you'd agree would be quite a painful process. Another problem is if we had a puzzle that looked like this. If you look on the left, there's actually no real pattern happening. So to go from 3 to 6, there's a 3 gap. We've then got a 1 gap, another 1 gap, a 10 gap, and then a 90 gap. So to be able to answer this, we'd have to fill in all the numbers in between, which again would be a painful process. So let's have a look at how we'd solve the puzzle by going across. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to see what we could do to the numbers on the left to get the numbers on the right. If you know your times tables well, you'd be able to see that all of the answers on the right are actually answers to the times tables on the left. So 8 times something would give us 56, 7 times something would give us 42, and so on. So 8 times 7 will give us 56, 7 times 6 will give us 42, 6 times 5 will give us 30, and 5 times 4 will give us 20. Now remember, we're not looking for a pattern going down, we're looking for a pattern going across. So if we do 8 take away 1, we'd get the answer 7. 7 take away 1 would give us the answer 6. 6 take away 1 would give us the answer 5. And 5 take away 1 would give us the answer 4. So therefore, we would have to do 3 take away 1, which is 2. And it would give us the answer 6, the solution to the problem. The bonus of doing it this way is that if we had a puzzle that looks like this, and we have a big gap to get to 100, instead of having to fill in all the numbers between 100 and 8, all we'd have to do is subtract 1, just like what we did here. 8 take away 1 was 7, remember? So if we do 100 take away 1, we get 99, and then we can find our answer straight away, much, much quicker than the other option. If we had a question like this, with no particular pattern on the left, but we noticed that when we times by the number before it, so 10 take away 1 was 9, then we get the answer, then we can straight away say times 99 equals 9,900. Okay, let's see how much you've learned. Press pause and have a try of this puzzle. Okay, so again, you should have noticed all the answers on the right are in the times tables of the numbers on the left. So looking at this, we know that 7 times 4 is 28, 10 times 7 is 70, 6 times 3 is 18, and 4 times 1 equals 4. Now we've got to look at the connection between this number and this number. You should notice that if we take 3 away from this, we'll get that. Take 3 away from 10, you'll get 7. Take 3 away from 6, you'll get 3. Take 3 away from 4, you'll get 1. So what are we going to times 100 by? We're going to times it by 100 minus 3, which is 97. And that will give us the answer 9,700. Hope you've enjoyed learning a bit more about patterns. There's obviously a lot more to be said on this topic, but we'll leave that for another video.